You're in a boiler room looking into the boiler sight glass. The flame looks lazy with a yellow tint. Switching off the burner, you wait for the motor to stop spinning. After opening the blower access panel, dirt is packed on the wheel. Now what? You have two choices. Ignore the dirt or clean it. I'm Ray Wohlfarth. A blower wheel is designed to move a specific amount of combustion air. As dirt builds up along the blades, the wheel may still spin at full speed, but cannot move the same volume of air. The result may be smoky oil flame, elevated carbon monoxide, nuisance lockouts, poor efficiency, or a burner that will simply not tune properly. To adjust the efficiency, you have to reduce the gas or oil pressure. Reducing the firing rate creates its own set of problems: higher stack temperatures, soot, and efficiency losses. If you clean the wheel, here's a critical warning. A burner blower wheel looks a lot like a furnace blower wheel, but it spins almost 3 times faster. At that speed, balance is critical. If you remove a heavy deposit from only part of the wheel, bend a blade, or disturb a factory balancing weight, that wheel can vibrate badly enough to damage the motor, shaft, bearings, or burner housing. Power off at the service switch and the breaker. Close the fuel valve. Lock it out. You don't want that wheel spinning at 3,450 RPMs with your hand inside. Photograph or mark the wiring and burner components before you start taking things apart. Remove the blower assembly the way the manufacturer allows. Access can be tight. If you can pull the wheel out of the burner, it's easier to clean, but you risk bending the blades. In most cases, the motor stays attached to the wheel. I set the whole assembly on a rubber knee pad so it doesn't roll or get dented. On some burners, you can inspect the wheel through an access cover. On others, you have to remove the motor and wheel assembly. Avoid removing the wheel from the motor shaft unless the manufacturer's procedure or repair makes that necessary. If you must remove the wheel from the shaft, mark its exact position first. Spin the wheel by hand. It should turn freely. Look along the curved blades for bent fins, heavy buildup, or oil residue. If the fins are bent or the wheel is damaged, stop and replace it. Inspect the wheel for cracks, looseness, rubbing, or other damage. Balance is everything on these high-speed wheels. Support the motor assembly so its weight is not hanging from the wiring. Work slowly around the entire circumference and clean every blade as evenly as possible. I sometimes mark the starting point with my Sharpie. Use a soft brush to loosen the deposit of dirt while holding a vacuum close enough to capture the dust. Clean both sides of the blades. Clean the blower housing, air inlet, and accessible air passages as well. Be careful not to bend the thin blades, damage the hub, disturb the balancing weights. When you're finished, rotate the wheel again and inspect it with a flashlight. It's easy to miss the backside of the blade. Reinstall the motor and wheel assembly. Make sure the motor is seated squarely and tighten its fasteners evenly. If the wheel was removed from the shaft, position it at the specified depth and place the set screw where the manufacturer requires, commonly on the flat of the shaft. Tighten it to the specified torque when that information is available. Before restoring power, rotate the wheel by hand. Confirm it turns freely, remains properly centered, and does not rub against the housing. Reinstall covers, guards, gaskets, and wiring connections. Now restore the fuel supply and electrical supply. Start the burner and observe its complete operating sequence. Listen for rubbing or unusual vibration. Confirm the direction of the rotation when the design allows you to see it safely. Verify stable flame operation. Use your combustion analyzer to measure oxygen or carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide draft and stack temperature. Perform a smoke test on oil burners. Verify the actual firing rate or fuel input and compare all readings with the burner and the boiler manufacturer's recommendations. A dirty blower wheel can quietly reduce airflow, increase emissions, cause nuisance lockouts, and make a burner impossible to tune. Clean it completely, protect the factory balance, and reinstall it precisely, and always finish the job with combustion testing. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe and share it with fellow technicians. This is Ray Wohlfarth with Boiler Room Detective, and I'll see you on the next case.